confidence, because to me what you're talking about is confidence. And if people can't see that in you, and they see a lot of apprehension, hesitancy, they may think, well, do they really know their stuff? And so how
Totally.
important is that power of confidence in the voice? And if you can speak to the psychology aspect of it.
Well, confidence is huge, and I want to talk about that. I want to say something else, though. You said some great stuff, and I want to address one thing, and then I can talk about confidence. We subconsciously process every single sound that comes out of, people. Like, I can identify it. That's actually the gift I figured out that I had, that I can say, okay, you're doing this, and that's being processed as doubt. Why are you asking permission? So we process subconsciously every sound in every voice. So this leads into this confidence. If you're not, if you're up there doing this and we're, this is a perfect example. Worked with a gal, she was, kind of doing like this. Her vocal mask was people pleasing, and so she wanted to make sure get it right. She wasn't being perceived. She wasn't being processed with passion. She was losing jobs because they wanted somebody with passion. She was the most passionate person I've ever met. So her voice was costing her money. So when we talk about confidence, this is and we started the show with this today. The number one problem, people get all up in their head, and I got to get these words right. And so as soon as you go up in your head, remember your voice can't work. But if I get these words right, then surely I'll sound good. Surely they'll like me. So confidence is about owning the message. Confidence is about, and this is something I teach my people in my courses and when I work with people privately, you got to stay in the now. You're focusing on that time back in 7th grade when you said that thing and your voice cracked and the girl laughed, or you're thinking about what they could think. When you go either of those places, you're not owning your message. You're not filling the space and saying, you know what, I believe in this stuff that I'm talking about, Gord. You can think I'm crazy, but I'm owning this message. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. What about the term fake it till you make it? I mean, I'm sure you've heard that. Like, to me, that means, well, there's a couple elements there I want to mention. One is sometimes people just didn't get an opportunity to prepare well, and they have to go on and they got to do their thing, and like that I think could affect their confidence in their performance. But there are other people that get up there, but I guess you could sniff that out a mile away, right?
Oh yeah, and that's a massive voice barrier. And so voice barriers are like bulletproof glass. I always live in big cities. The banks have bulletproof glass, right? Yeah. So I can see the teller, I can hear the teller, but I cannot embrace the teller. So there are so many people, and I don't mean to criticize, but there's so many people that they're going into on. And as soon as you go into on, what happens? All of a sudden, it's like, you can't touch me anymore. I'm behind bulletproof glass. I've got great vocal energy, but I'm not letting you in. Okay.
Right.
So I don't like fake it till you make it. I like when I work with people that are really struggling with confidence, which is a lot of my people, let's be as if you were that person. Who is that person? Let's be as if. I've had people shaking in their boots to go in and talk to the boss. And I say, we're going to be as if. And I give a lot of techniques and tools, but you're going to be as if you were confident, as if you owned the message, as if they were going to receive it well, because we're in the future is that they're going to receive it badly, but we're not in the future, we're in the now. Yeah. I like to take people back to their best version of who they were before the world got in the way and said, nobody likes what you have to say. Hey, shut up. Nobody's talking to you. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. That's the psychology of the voice. Right. So get you back to who you were before the world stopped shutting you down. You've got everything you need. And then you can just be as if